Welcome to the North Star Art Gallery. Brian Keeler here. Our current show is all about Ithaca. It's called Memories of Ithaca, and it's various paintings of the city of Ithaca, townscapes, and various scenes around Ithaca of the Finger Lakes. And this one that you're looking at here now, you can come in close. It's I think it's called the Titus House. It's right in downtown Ithaca. And come on in closer to it so you can see it's a day like today, kind of a spring afternoon where the trees are just coming into foliage and this dappled sunlight on it of late afternoon on a spring day. It's a beautiful old Victorian house with a cupola. If you turn to your right here, this painting that you're looking at is of Cascadilla Gorge at the base, and the heron I actually took from the Boboli Gardens in Florence. I was looking at the statue of Neptune and photographed this heron as it skewered a carp. But I've transposed it to the Cascadilla Gorge, and below it is this. You can come in close to that one maybe too to see it. It's the Buttermilk Falls, one of the popular hiking areas in Ithaca, New York, and these are all oil paintings that you're looking at. And if you come over here, follow me around here if you would please. This painting here is of Court Street in Ithaca, New York. Some of the beautiful homes, Victorian homes. It's right at the base of Cascadilla Gorge, and of course one of the main things here is the reflection of the car here, but kind of a combination of the old and the new, the glitzy in the 19th century. And now if you turn to your right, this painting here, I have to step back a little bit so you can see the whole painting. This is a view of Salmon Creek, which empties into Cayuga Lake at Myers Point. It's a park near Ludlowville, just about 12 miles north of Ithaca. And I've done several paintings here, some on location, plein air paintings, and others. This is a studio painting. It's a large studio painting, and these are a couple of fishermen. I was thinking of that famous painting by Bingham that's in the Metropolitan Museum. It shows some fishermen, I think, on the Ohio River. What most people believe is a cat, but I mean a cat, but it was actually a fox. But that's what inspired this painting. Is that one of Bingham's? Okay, and if you'd come over here, is a couple of paintings of the Finger Lakes. This is in Sheldrake, New York. It's a farm on Morgan Road. A late afternoon scene with the sunlight coming through the trees. That was a plein air painting. I did that right on location. And if you come down here to this one, this is a scene from Aurora, New York. I think it's Moonshine Creek that empties into the lake there, and that was also a plein air. It was done right from a bridge just on the south side of Aurora. And if you follow me around here, we'll have some other paintings of Ithaca. That one that you're looking at now is near the boat club on the inlet, and that was a study that I did a few years ago. And come around here now, if you would. This large painting that you're looking at here now is of Cascadilla. Of Stewart Park. And I did this quite a few years ago, in 1990, and I did a pastel study of it. And it's I don't think they use these carousels any longer, but I often think of famous paintings, and this one was loosely inspired by Winslow Homer's Crack the Whip. It's a famous genre painting of Winslow Homer's. And this is done kind of in an impressionistic style. You can see the brush strokes very clearly. And of course, light is my main thing here, the late afternoon sunlight glinting on these boys and girls here. And down below here is a painting of, also at the boat club here in Ithaca. And these girls loading their sculling boats into into the lake here. This was quite an exercise in perspective. You'll notice this dock here took quite a while to draw that and get all the perspective. But it's all done with warm tones. Pretty much almost all the warm tones, this late afternoon sunlight. And let's see what other ones of Ithaca here. This one here is sort of my iconic image of the Gimme Coffee. And you'll see a self-portrait of me in the back here. And another plein air one from Aurora, New York, along Cayuga Lake. I guess it's about 20 miles north of Ithaca. And I'm going to come over here, a few more of Ithaca. This is a flat rock right near Cornell. And this spring scene here is called the Blavatsky House. That's what I call it, because the famous theosophical leader, Madame Blavatsky, lived there for a period of time. And this one is along the inlet. It was actually filmed in Cincinnati at the Artist Network. So there's a full-length instructional DVD of this one that you can purchase from the Artist Network. You can also download it, so you get to see this whole painting created. They had 3 cameras on me, filming me through the whole thing. So there was a kayaker here. And this house, the last remnant of old Ithaca before the canal was put in. Before the canal was put in, there was a whole development here, group of houses. And this is another Ithaca scene, kind of an iconic image of downtown Ithaca. This neon sign of the Chanticleer has been there for decades. It's right in the downtown heart of Ithaca in the late afternoon. And this last one that I'll show you here is also of Myers Point. And it's it was also done from a plein air study, but this is a studio piece of this kayak, or the sculler at the mouth of Salmon Creek at Myers Point, an evening summer scene. So I think that's a good overview of this show. You can see it online, the whole show with the sizes and prices, northstarartgallery.com, and of course, stop in sometime. It's better to see the original pieces in situ, in the situation, and see the actual pieces. So once again, thanks so much for your attention, and I hope to see you here sometime. Great.